Kent lost for the second time in succession at home, going down to Surrey by 31 runs in their latest Friends Life T20 contest in Canterbury. Surrey batted first after winning the toss on a glorious summer's day in the Garden of England, and Stephen Davis gave them a good start in partnership with Jason Roy. Roy is a natural aggressor, yet he was outshone by his left-handed partner, who wasted little time in hitting ball to boundary, as Vernon Philander was unable to repeat his heroics with the ball from Friday night. Not that he was the only one of the bowlers to suffer. Matt Coles brought an end to the pulsating partnership, clinging on to a half drive from Roy when he was on 16 at 66 for 1 at the start of the 8th over. Ricky Ponting received an excellent ovation from the home crowd as he entered the fray in at number 3, although he was less popular perhaps when he pulled Coles one-handed over the short long leg boundary. He didn't last much longer, however, as he got too much under this ball from Coles, who then completed his second return catch, this one a much tougher one in the swirling wind. Ponting was gone for 19 at 113 for 2 with 6 overs remaining, 6 overs that both Davis and Glenn Maxwell made the most of. Australian Maxwell has a reputation of being a very big hitter of a cricket ball, and that was something both James Treadwell and Mitch Claydon discovered as Surrey finished off their innings rather strongly. Davis had made his 50 off only 32 balls with 9 fours, and more of those followed towards the end as he and Maxwell added a further 57 runs, Davis moving into the 90s before the innings end. The Australian Maxwell was out the penultimate delivery, squeezing a ball from Claydon to Sam Northeast in the covers after making 32 off 18 balls. But the last delivery was then clubbed over the straight boundary by the former Kent man Azhar Mahmood, as Surrey ended on a challenging 176 for 3 from their 20 overs, with Davis batting through for an undefeated 95. So the Spitfires needed a rapid start to their reply, and that's just what Northeast and Rob Key supplied with some fantastic shots. The pitch was a good one for the batsmen to play through their strokes, as Maxwell, John Lewis and Jay Dernbach discovered, as all three were eased over the boundary rope for maximums, as these two batsmen smacked 40 runs off their target in only 21 balls. Kent, though, had to keep it going, but instead they lost Key as he chipped a typical Dernbach slower delivery to a running Lewis after making 17 off only 9 balls. Sam Billings came and went quickly, failing to time this shot at all off Mahmood and giving Ponting a catch in the deep. But with Northeast still in and clearly seeing the ball very well as yet another 6, this one off Xander de Brain testified, and Darren Stevens simply doing what he does best by clearing the rope almost at will, the home side kept themselves well within reach of their target. By the halfway stage of their reply, Kent were just about halfway home, with 8 of their wickets still intact. That target was reduced to 80 off the last 9 overs, but then crucially, Stevens, having raced to 30 off 17 balls, was LBW to a celebratory Lewis, and the innings then lost its way. Before it did, Northeast, having a good one-day summer, reached his half-century off his 41st delivery, and Norwich had contained only the 4 fours but also 2 sixes. He needed to stay until the end now. Even more so when Ben Harmison was out 2 balls later, skying Gareth Batty high to Ponting, another in the deep to judge the catch extremely well. With 5 overs to go, the Spitfires were on 125 for 4, needing 52 more, but over number 16 really cost them. First, De Brain saw Alex Blake hole out to Roy, and then 2 balls later, Coles was bowled in an over which cost Surrey just the 2 runs, leaving another 50 to get of the final 24 deliveries. And the chance was just about gone for Kent when Northeast on 61 was the 3rd man out in the space of just 6 balls, as Mahmood back on to haunt his old colleagues. Both Mahmood and Dernbach bowled brilliantly at the death in their win over Sussex on Friday, and the pair did it again here. The latter struck Treadwell's stumps in the 18th over, before he finished it off in the last one by having Claydon held by Maxwell. Needing 80 off the last 9, the Spitfires' challenge had rather fizzled out as they ended well short on 145 for 9, Dernbach and Mahmood combining for figures of 8 overs, 5 for 44. So it was Surrey who took the prize, winning by 31 runs to send Kent to their second defeat from 2 home games thus far. They'll need a speedy response now and have the chance to get their T20 season up and running when they return home again to take on rivals Essex in a day-nighter on Friday.